The action-adventure title There Is No Light by developers The Large is getting its biggest update yet, with the release of the Enhanced Edition on January 7th. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world which follows the quest to save your child from the grips of a deadly cult. The fast-paced combat style lets you switch between weapons in real-time battles, interacting with NPCs to further advance the narrative. The game also features a non-linear narrative with a karma system, dictating what happens depending on your actions and choices in the game. In the new update, players will have further improvements to the map and a significant overhaul when it comes to the combat system. The Soul Harvest update also comes with a new feature letting you gain new abilities from the bosses you have defeated. There are a dozen new abilities to take on and improvements made to Death Essences. The addition of a cloud saving function has also been included in the patch. There Is No Light is a successful crowd-funded project through its 2020 Kickstarter campaign. Atlus is celebrating a new milestone for the JRPG Persona 5 Royal, which has now surpassed 3.3 million units sold worldwide according to Famitsu. In a New Year's message, Atlus shared the good news as they prepare for several unreleased new titles. The turn-based title was originally released in Japan in 2019 and then later released internationally in 2020. The game also later came to more platforms, selling over 1 million copies. The Royal version is the latest edition of the game, adding additional content, new social links, plus a new endgame dungeon. In case you missed it, the stylish title Persona 5 follows a student who by day is tasked to live a normal high school student life, but gets swept up into the unusual investigations of the palaces. These surreal worlds are discoverable using the Metaverse Navigator, and here they'll uncover the corrupted and slip away as a phantom thief. Royal is the expanded edition of the original game, which added new characters, enemies, locations, and further content. If you want more Persona, Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable will be coming to modern consoles on January 19th. Atomic Heart will be releasing this February, ahead of which developer Munfish shed light on what to expect for the action RPG. In an interview with WCC Tech, they shared that once upon a time, multiplayer content was planned for the game. However, now they've confirmed that they won't be including a multiplayer mode and have already announced that there are 4 DLC packs that will be offering an expanded player experience. Back in 2019, the studio had planned for PvP regions, adding multiplayer aspects to the game. The development team since then have changed tack, saying that the entire Atomic Heart experience will be in single player. Director Robert Brigatuni explained no multiplayer add-ons are planned at this time. The game has been in development and since has had delays due to youth, ambition, innovation, and new technology according to Brigatuni. But there is still plenty planned post-launch, with 4 DLC packs set to add new territories, quests, puzzles, enemies, as well as character and world stories, cutting back on certain ideas in order to meet realistic goals. In case you missed it, Atomic Heart's story is a what-ifs narrative about an alternative universe where the Soviet Union has now access to the technical revolution. Atomic Heart will be releasing on February 21st for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Day 1 for Xbox Game Pass. Revealed this week was 10 minutes of new and exclusive footage for Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. IGN shared a new combat video going over different weapons and foes in the gameplay video. The video shows the player facing off against beasts using a staff weapon that can unleash a flurry of blunt hits. Another weapon shown is a spiked club. This item does not mess around in the brief spotlight it was given. A new area was previewed, a cave system deep in the forest. Inside this location, a new monster that resembles an alligator is lying in wait. This beast stomps the ground using impaling spikes and even likes to throw projectile boulders at challenging players. It looks like a fun fight. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty is an high-action adventure game developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei. The game is loosely based on Chinese mythology and martial arts. This title will be releasing for PlayStation, Xbox consoles, and PC, as well as Xbox Game Pass on March 3rd. Will you be playing this one? Let us know in the comments below. It's safe to say Elden Ring has had quite the year in 2022. The game was very well received, gaining a plethora of accolades from the media. A recent tracking project posted on ResetEra has now totaled just how many outlets have awarded the action RPG with a Game of the Year title. The award tracker, which is still in progress, has crowned Elden Ring with a staggering 332 outlets, including our Elden Ring review, with the overall Game of the Year. This includes the likes of award shows such as the Game Awards, as well as news outlets that have rated the game. It now has more awards than the previous most wins, which was The Last of Us 2 in 2020. In case you missed it, we made our list of 2022 games, which included Game of the Year, of course, going to Elden Ring. Elden Ring looks to be racking up trophies left and right and not slowing down anytime soon. Before the end of 2022, From Software released a PvP update which added the challenging Colosseum. This mode has up to 6 players who duke it out in duels, free-for-alls, and team fights. You can even bring summons using Spirit Ashes. Don't forget to visit our Elden Ring Wiki for our interactive Elden Ring map, latest builds, and starter guides. The developer behind the Destiny franchise, Bungie, has confirmed that there are a range of projects that they're working on that have yet to be announced, that they're in collaboration with Sony. Studio creative lead Tom Farnsworth revealed this in a recent tweet, saying how their process of tackling game development has completely changed for Destiny. In the same thread, he stated that with the support of publisher Sony, they are working on a number of unannounced projects too. The image shared shows a shield that has 25 plus medals attached representing each of the releases the game has had over the years. Since then, Bungie has shared a number of job posts for upcoming projects as they look to recruit more people to join their team. These job listings don't reveal much, but it looks like the developer is expanding. It's also not revealed just how many projects are currently being worked on and whether these are for Destiny only. Hopefully we'll be hearing more soon about what's planned for Bungie. The exact release date for Starfield has yet to be revealed, but Bethesda has reconfirmed that the upcoming RPG is still releasing sometime in the first half of 2023. Previously, Starfield was slated for November 11th in 2022, but was later pushed in May to this year. On the support page of the official Starfield website, there are details that share that Starfield arrives exclusively on Xbox Series X and S and PC in the first half of 2023. That's good news to see it written down, backing up the release date for this year. What we do know is that Starfield will remain a PC and Xbox exclusive after following its acquisition by Microsoft. The developer has been keeping space adventurers primed with lots of new info on the game, including its overall tone, as well as describing the title as a hard sci-fi. There are plenty of exciting titles heading our way this year. Hopefully this means Starfield remains on track. According to a recent report by Bloomberg, a statement given by Wizards of the Coast has stated that they have made changes to their long-term portfolio. This has meant that potentially several projects have now been cancelled when it comes to video games. A spokesman shared with Bloomberg that the publisher is still actively committed to using digital games, but has since made decisions to best fit with their plans moving forward. In recent years, the publisher has been making video games based on popular franchises, including producing Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance, which was met with some criticism upon launch with matchmaking issues. However, another title fully launching this year is the anticipated Dungeons & Dragons based title being developed by Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3, which will be leaving early access in August. The game is shaping up to have a lot of new content upon launch and has lots of amazing build ideas in its current state. According to the report, there have also been some internal projects that have been cancelled, one in particular code-named Jabberwocky, and 2 other external games were in development have been also cancelled, which were in the early stages of development.
Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.